Hello friends, I'm Renu, life coach. Today I'm here to talk about something of greater significance to students, to parents and to teachers, and to impact every one of us. The thing is, majority of the time we find we ourselves as parents cribbing with our children about they not concentrating into their academics or any area of our concern. But my question is, how many times when you have asked your child to concentrate, you have also shared with them the ways to concentrate? Yes, I can understand there's a smile on your face because, in fact, never do we do that with our children. And we feel that just by asking them to sit and concentrate, we have done our bit of responsibility. But if we look at it from the perspective of the children, in fact, they do not know how to concentrate. So how are they going to know what to do to concentrate? So their how-tos are followed by what-tos, both directionless and clueless. Now, when we were children, even we were being subjected to these kind of statements by our parents or by our teachers. Now this journey continues. So if this keeps on going, probably we are not landing anywhere. And so it is essential for us to teach our children the ways to concentrate. So if we are to deal with something called as concentration, we must also understand what distraction is. We find that there are lots of tools and mediums of distractions available in today's so fast-paced technological world. We have our mobiles, which happens to be one tool of distraction. We have our television sets, we have friends, and we have a lot of parties and a lot of get-togethers. Now all these are so-called distractors. But another question, are they the distractors or are we getting distracted by them? Just think about it. Whose brain is it and whose mind is it? You'll definitely say mine, of course. So then who should have the control over it? So are we behaving like the masters of our mind or are we acting like slaves? We live so comfortably being slaves and still being happy about life and the choices that we make. So this is about distraction. So if there is a mobile and if there is a notification with a ring on it being received, your attention immediately shifts to the phone and you know that it's not going to be that important. But then the quickest and the first thing that you do is you grab your phone and you look into that unimportant message. And that is what is distraction. To make our children understand about concentration, we also have to tell them how our brain works or how our mind operates. It will make it easier for them to have control on it. Now, mind and there is another thing called as awareness. They are majorly being confused. And we say that it's the mind that wanders, which isn't the actual thing. It's actually the awareness which wanders. Now, to understand the concept of this operation, we will have to consider awareness as a ball of light and mind as a huge space which is available to us, which has got various areas allocated into it. The area of academics, the area of games, the area of our hobby, the area of family, area of friends, area of workplace, area of our tasks to do on priority basis, various areas. Now wherever this ball of awareness moves and casts its light, that particular area gets lighted up. And if that area gets lighted up, that is how we focus in that particular area. So let us just see how our awareness gets our various areas lighted upon. I would require you to do a small exercise with me, and it's not going to take too much of your time. I want you to just close your eyes and think about the last wedding that you have attended. I want you to take a stroll over there, that space, and I want you to think about the people whom you have met or you have communicated with, and move towards the bride and the bridegroom. Please take a look at the dress and the color of the dress that they are wearing. Did the bride make the right choice with the color? Now I want you to slowly come to the area where the dinner is being served and look into the kind of delicacies there. What was the dish that you enjoyed the most there? And now I want you to slowly move from that area and go to the last vacation that you have been with. What was the place that you have been with? Who were the people with whom you have enjoyed there? What were the places that you visited over there? What was the best takeaway from there? And how was that experience? Now I want you to come back to this place wherever you're seated. I want you to feel the place where you're sitting. Please touch the chair or the sofa that you're seated upon and feel. Is it comfortable? Is it convenient? And now slowly take a deep breath and exhale, and very comfortably, when you're ready, please open your eyes. Yes. Have you been back into your past physically? No, you haven't. So this was all in your imagination. And how was it possible with all the details, smallest details, being very carefully observed, even now, as though you have just been in that occasion or that place where you have been for like some 2 years back or a year back or even 6 months back? How is it you can fetch all the details from there? See, this is how it happens. It is all stored in the databases that of mind, and this is how the awareness wanders to each of these places one by one. So we have the capacity to make our awareness move from one area to the other area, and majority of the time we are unaware of this. And in fact, throughout the day, we keep our awareness moving from one place to the other by various other people in our lives. And we do not have, and in fact, we behave as though we have no control over it. So this, if you have understood that awareness is essential to be casting its light onto the area of our significance and importance. And the next thing is, we have to make our children understand the purpose, why to light up that particular area, and what is going to be the outcome of that. See, if our children are practicing almost like 12 hours of distraction in a day, what will be the expert of? It's been rightly said, whatever we practice longer, we become an expert of it. So if we are practicing distraction for majority of the portion of our daily life, we become an expert of distractions. And now what to do? We have to make a shift from being distracted to being the experts of concentration. And how do we do that? The more you practice about this concentration and about this focused approach, the more better you will be in your area in terms of your expertise. So I want you all to practice it daily. And how do you practice it daily? See, when we talk to people, or when people talk to us, we find hearing them, but are we actually listening them? We aren't. So you can practice it at your own home, with your own family members, with your own friends, that when you are being talked to by them, you pay complete, undivided attention to them. and you be an active listener instead of being passive. So when you do this, and if at all your awareness wanders, bring it back to that person and let your attention be undivided. It's been rightly said. Energy flows in whichever direction we have our attention there. So let our attention and let our awareness be the place where it is of utmost result-oriented outcome for us. And let's do that daily without missing out a single moment of focused approach. So thank you. Thank you all so much.